Hey Modern Drummer, it's Craig Macintyre from the Goo Goo Dolls. We're here in Boca Raton, Florida, getting ready to do a show. And this is my rundown of my touring kit. I have many kits, but this is the one I've been touring with for probably about 5 years. Doesn't feel like that long because of the pandemic, but this has been my road kit, I think, since 2017. And it's a DW collector series in like a piano black, like a black lacquer, which I never thought I'd have a lacquer kit on the road, but it's kept up its shine, no problem. The kick drum is a 22 by 16. I had Chris Hewer do a Gretsch center mount for when I like to hook up two toms, old school style. But now I just got one rack tom on a snare stand. So that's a 13 by 9. This is a 16 by 15 actually, which I really love, custom made. And this is a standard 18 by 16 floor tom. I basically play the kit in a 4-piece style. But I like the 18 for like a little extra boom or little big We Will Rock You kind of stuff like that. The snare drum is a Ludwig chrome over brass. I play a lot of vintage drums, and since I was a kid, I always played Ludwig snares, and the head's a Remo. I've been trying out these Remo vintage Emperors, the clears. I used the coateds on my last tour, and those lasted me 50 shows. I never even changed them. And I hit pretty hard. But so somebody said, try the clears and they'll even last longer. So, so I've just started using these. They sound amazing, especially outside. They just a little more smack was what you want outside, a little more attack. And in theaters, I'll go back to the coated heads.
Hi, it's David Francion, CEO of Modern Drummer. Thank you for leading our drumming community and being such a significant and important part of everything we do here at Modern Drummer. We're so excited. Please hit the subscribe button to Modern Drummer's YouTube channel. It's just hit it below. Be part of everything we're doing every day, every week, every month. Also, check out our shop. It's so exciting for drummers to check out. We got back issues, got some incredible drummers. We've got shirts. We've got hats, we've got notebooks, we've got education. It's all there. If you love drums and drumming like I do, and I'm sure you do, and all of us at Modern Drummer are so passionate about, you got to check out the shop at moderndrummer.com. And please, again, hit the link and subscribe to the Modern Drummer YouTube channel. I'll see you again soon.
The snare is a controlled sound reverse dot Remo. Been using those probably since they started making them 25 years ago. The kick drum is a pretty standard power stroke clear, but when I go coated heads, I'll go coated on the power stroke as well on the kick drum. The front head is the fiber skin Remo. I just love the look of it, very old school look on the front. Cymbals are Zildjian. Been with Zildjian for probably 25 years. This tour, I'm using the 15-inch Avidus. I'm using a 19-inch Sweet Crash, a 20-inch Sweet Crash, and for this tour, I'm using a Constantinople medium thin low. And what I love about that Constantinople, even though it's a jazzy cymbal, I can really lay into it. Where I used to go up on this crash and play a lot of stuff, I can keep here in a more lower frequency that doesn't stab everybody in the head. So I only go here when it gets really intense, and I can just kind of glide on that. I get a nice earthy wash. It sounds kind of old school, but kind of indie rock at the same time. The hardware is DW, a mixture of 9 series, 7 series, 3000 series, 5000 series. just whatever stand I like the best. I love the 7,000 stand because the single brace legs, I think it gives the hi-hat a little more finesse. There's less weight underneath it, and the legs just stay out of the way because there's a lot going on there, a lot of mic stands and snare stands and stuff like that. Have a little tambourine on the side for a couple songs. This is a new seat that the great Dave Elich hit me to. This hydraulic. I was using the big bicycle seat they make, but this is an amazing seat. It really helps my posture, and yeah, it's just not too soft, not too hard. It's like the perfect, just stay still, but some of them are too comfortable and you're sinking down too much. So this has been a game changer for sure. The pedal is a 5,000. That's kind of a special series they made. They only made a few of these, or maybe a few hundred, I'm not sure. But where it's not all the red, it's just kind of a naked kind of metal thing. I really like it. It looks like the old school Camco that they bought the patent from. Sticks are Vic Firth. Been using Vic Firth 55As for 20 years. Haven't really changed. And I just have a variety of Vic Firth roots, their rods and for certain things. LP shakers, which I love. Can do that. Put them together, put different colors together. LP is kind of in the DW family now, and so I've got some nice toys from them. So another thing, last thing to mention is this Boss pedal made by Roland here, which is a trigger pedal which goes to our Pro Tools rig, or I should say Ableton is what we run when we need to run a click track, or we have some songs where we just have a little bit of, nuance, some keyboards and extra vocals, pretty typical in pop standards today. So when our singer John wants to start the song, he looks at me and I hit that pedal, and my drum tech, who's also our computer guy, he's got the next song queued up for either a click track or for either to play along to tracks. So my left foot is always moving over there, so John say, this next song is blah, blah, blah. Boom, I hit that pedal, and then it goes 1, 2, 3, 4, because we wear the in-ear monitors, and then we're off to go. So we have a couple backups of that, because that thing gets sticky, and it's you're stepping on it all the time. So that's a big one. But our backup is that we have somebody in the wings with the computer. So if that thing goes, I can look at him and say, you start the song. So we'll still be able to hear those elements of the show. I got a great hack. And drummers, you can steal this, and it costs you nothing, next to nothing. But if you look in my toms, so those are shredded cotton balls, and that really just keeps that bottom head from boing boing being that basketball kind of sound. So it's just shred a little bit of cotton, and instead of putting gaff tape under here and stuff like that, which will choke the head, it just takes some of that out, but it doesn't lose its tone, because it doesn't, stuff like gels and stuff like that and gaff tape, they do add a lot of weight to the drum. And I kind of like that on the top, but on the bottom, I don't like that weight. But just to get rid of that extra ring, the cotton ball. So I do that in all the toms. There's even guys I know, an engineer I work with, he does it in the snare, in the studio. He just puts one little cotton ball in the snare drum, and it just you would think, kill some of that overtone that comes from the bottom head, even on a snare. So that's a hack of mine I've been doing for decades. I usually have coated heads on, but now I can see, So we were in rehearsal a few weeks ago, and we decided to do a little acoustic set that we wheel this little kit out front, and then we also wheel this kind of fake piano shell out there, and we do like an intimate kind of cocktail set in the middle of the show. So at the last minute, I had to find something. So I called DW, and they had this PDP brand of theirs, Pacific, and they just sent me some odd pieces. I got an 18-inch kick, got a 14-inch floor tom. That's another one of my Ludwig snares I really like. They got this mount here because I just needed to put one cymbal up. And Zildjian sent me some smaller hi-hats, which I don't use, but it's so tight up here. I said, just send me some, and we're playing quiet. So they just sent me these beautiful 13-inch Master Sound A Customs. That's a 19A Custom. My signature fiber skin in the front. And this kit has coated power stroke, and I think it's got a coated Emperor, and my usual reverse dock controlled sound on the snare. But I also got these, instead of using gels, like I usually use the drum dots or the Remo gels too, for this to get a really dead sound, this Big Fat Snare company that I really like, they make a lot of great products, but then really dead 70s kind of sound for that. And yeah, everything else is DW hardware, except for this pedal. They just sent me this cool PDP, their Pacific brand. I love that pedal, so cool. And yeah, again, the 7000 hi-hat stand, which I really love. And even on tight, you can see on a tight space like this, it doesn't have all that big double brace stuff. It really fits in, and it gives the kit kind of a more finesse look. So yeah, that's two kit rundowns. 2 for 1. This is Craig Macintyre from the Goo Goo Dolls doing my kit rundown, but I should say kits. I got 2 kits, and got the little orphan kit here and the main kit here. So just signing off for Modern Drummer, Boca Raton, Florida. It's going to be an amazing night. Thank you very much.